Meantime, San Francisco is also working on a plan to shelter its homeless through the crisis. KPIX5's Wilson Walker on the delicate balancing act that effort will require.
In the next week, Moscone West will become a shelter, and the city will make a big push for more testing with a catch. The goal is to protect one vulnerable population without endangering another.
We simply need to know where we are to better understand where we may be going.
San Francisco needs more testing, so 3 new sites will open next week. However, the city says an ongoing shortage of testing resources means priority must be given to first responders and healthcare workers.
We know that so many of them are very concerned that they are doing this work in the community. They are trying their best to help save lives and serve the public, but they are living in fear as to whether or not they have the virus.
We have issued instruction to all labs and clinicians that they must prioritize their tests in the same way.
Next week will also bring the deployment of large-scale sheltering, and the first part of that means moving people out of traditional shelters.
Starting next week, Moscone West will open up, and supplies are being delivered this weekend. People are being coordinated. We're going to use Moscone West as a place to thin out our shelters.
Along with Moscone, the city hopes to secure 3,000 hotel rooms to get people off the street. Now today, as we have been showing you, the Tenderloin still has sidewalks packed with people, many of them living on the street, and the mayor acknowledges securing the 3,000 hotel rooms may prove to be the easier part of this challenge.
But people who suffer from substance use disorder and people who have mental illness, the difficulty that we are going to have as a city in keeping them in quarantine or keeping them on an order to shelter in place is going to be difficult. And we also have to make sure that we protect the people that we're asking to put their lives on the line to basically staff these places and provide supportive services.
As for the other source of crowding on downtown corners and sidewalks,
I've been out there with our officers. I've seen it firsthand. Those individuals that are out selling drugs and causing gatherings to be worse because people are gathering to buy drugs, that's a public health problem. So yeah, we still have room in our jails for those type of individuals.
Moscone West will be arranged to provide more isolated spacing than traditional shelters normally provide. As for the 3,000 hotel rooms, they will also be for the homeless, along with first responders and frontline healthcare workers who are also high risk and do not want to take that risk home to their families. In San Francisco, Wilson Walker, KPIX5.